Well, good evening, I'm Rob Wilson, and this is my Euro-Dollar market preview for Friday, the 20th of April, 2012. So going into tomorrow's market, the last of the week, I remain a seller at any weakness I detect at around 132, which marks the high of this week. However, I'm starting to detect the first hint of a bull trend, and if when London opens, the market is still above 131.20, I could be a buyer there if I see strength. So if you want to know, the method to my madness, then hang on in there, and I'll take you through what I see. So here we are on the 15-minute chart, and it's very, very rare that you can show, 3 full days price action on a 15-minute chart. And believe it or not, the range of that action is about 112 pips from top to bottom, which is quite extraordinary. And unsurprisingly, we're at fair value on just about every time scale, which on one hand, you could say, price has been discovered, perhaps, but, markets don't rest for long. Looking at today specifically, we had this, this tremendous volatility for a while at around the time of the Spanish auction. We went up to a high of about 131.62, I think it was, and that was swiftly rejected. We travelled all the way south to 130.65, 64 touch. But significantly, we never made it down to yesterday's low. I think that's significant. Also, this level was swiftly rejected, and pretty much for the rest of the day, we had another run at the highs. We didn't quite make it, but we seem to have found some sort of foundation, some sort of support here at 131.17. Let's call it 131.20. And as we go through the New York, the American afternoon and into Asia, you can just see, the first hint that price is starting to climb away. We're through that 1 hour descending resistance. We marched straight through that. So, while we're still in this range, the base of that range is 130.50, and the peak is, is 131.80. But I do see, the first hint that we could be climbing away. Now, listen, it's early days, and let's see how we sit when London opens. But I'll just make that point here and now. So, in terms of news, then, what have we got? Well, not an awful lot, really. We've got, we've got an announcement at 4 o'clock, which is relevant to the euro, and then we've got some sterling figures at 4:30, and then some Canadian news at 8:30. But frankly, it's a fairly light news day, so not an awful lot there. And just a quick look at my trading chart there. You can see where I've marked off this level just beneath 131.20. I'll be very interested to see whether we're still above that level when London opens tomorrow. It may be that Asia's just got sick of the rest of us and decides to to do something by themselves. Let us see. I mean, there's no news to support that, but as I said earlier in the week, markets often move when there's when there is no news anticipated to sort of, wreck sentiment. So we'll just see how that one goes. I mean, it's a fledgling trend at the moment. It's nothing much. But nevertheless, we are, stuttering up, albeit on low volatility. Let's see where we lie in the morning. Like I say, if we're still above 131.20 when London opens, that'll be interesting for me. So to sum it all up, we're still in a range. Don't forget that. We're still in the range. Okay, so, just be careful of those dynamic indicators you may be using. However, there is just a hint of a trend, and I'd be interested to see where we are when London opens tomorrow. In terms of structure, we've still got resistance, firstly at 131.85, 85, and major resistance at 132. Our near support then I've marked off is 131.20, and then that fast support, which is the low of the week, at 130, which which is proven a very hard number even to get near, let alone go through. In terms of news, we marked it off at 0400 and 0430 EST, not an awful lot after that. So the plan then for me, well, if we're still above that near support London Open, I'll be looking to buy dips. I'll be looking to to see weakness on the downside and buy those. I do detect a little something there, and I want to be proven wrong before I shift that that little bias to the upside. Okay, so I'm prepared to throw a little bit of money in the market to test that out if I see weakness at support. Again, if we get up to 32, particularly if we do it in a rush, then I would anticipate some reaction. Firstly at 131.85, there may be a few pips in there, and then perhaps at 132 as well. So again, just to one more time. Just see the hint of something there. Now it may all have been blown away by tomorrow when we may be range trading yet again in a very thin range, but who knows? Often on a Friday, if market has been has covered some ground, you'll find that Friday will try and bring it back towards the mean. Well, here we have the if you like the opposite situation where the market just hasn't been anywhere. And it wouldn't be beyond the bounds of reason for Friday to be put a big move in on the back of such a low volatility week. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's see how we look at London, and I'll update as usual just before London opens at 0300 EST. Hope that's useful. Trade safe. Don't ruin it all on the last day of the week. Cheers, guys.